started off orphaned. Adopted very young, started having contactee experiences about 6 years old, took trips to the ship between 8 and 10, watched myself get out of bed, walk out in the field, rise up into an orange cigar-shaped cloud. Loved going back, couldn't wait to. I had the nosebleeds and all that kind of stuff too. That was when I was young, and it hasn't stopped. I have ongoing. I speak from experience rather than theory or research, although I have done tons of research. I've been around the UFO community for probably 35 years. If anybody knows Jim Dilatoso, I've known him for that long, or just about that. And we have some great conversations. More recently, I suppose, I've decided within the last, I've been being asked to write a book for quite some time. So I wrote 7. And I'm on my 8th. 2 that you'll be interested in that I have here with me today are part of Zendor the Barbarian series, which you might ask why. Well,
his wife came up with the title.
Yeah, that's right. It was on the tip of my tongue.
Actually, it was a fellow musician. It was a guy I play drums for. I get kind of wild and crazy sometimes. So it started with that. Zendor is the name I was given when I asked, who am I, during a meditation in 1988. And then I gradually came to terms with that, wondering, WTF, over. Found out that I am indeed part of the Ashtar Command, and some know me as Ashtar and Athena's son. And that has been a real challenge for me to come to terms with, let alone bear witness to and speak openly about. As you might imagine, that can draw a lot of unwarranted attention, let alone make me appear the fool. However, I've always heard that the fool is oft the wise. It's my experience. Okay? It's my story. I'm sticking to it. Right? I can only go by that, just as you can only go by your experiences. And hopefully those experiences will grow and change as we understand that this consciousness that we have is growing within us. The extraterrestrials, the Federation, the Ashtar Command, all they are doing is assisting in that process. I don't know that there's going to be, and nor have I heard, that there is going to be any direct intervention. That's up to us. What they do is they give all the encouragement, support, understanding, information, experiences, all of those things to help us stand up on our own 2 feet and allow the celestial consciousness that we are to condense into these forms here now. That's the process that we're in. And that's what they're here to assist us with, because they have already done that. Speaking of technologies, anybody here had an anal probe?
I love those.
Let me tell you about those.
Please do.
Okay?
About colonoscopy? What are you talking about?
Woke up on a table on board a ship one night with electrodes lining my sphincter, laughing. The 3 Zetas that were with me were plastered up against the wall because of the laughter. The energy pushed them up. They're used to dealing with fear and people who want to lash out or run away or whatever, and so they anesthetize the bodies so that they don't hurt themselves or others. It's pretty simple. What the electrodes do, anybody familiar with any nurses, anatomy students, physical therapists, familiar with the perineum? Okay. Where does it end?
What, no butt experts in this crowd?
For those of you who aren't familiar, the perineum nerve ends in the sphincter. It is the only direct connect into the central nervous system that we have. Why? Think of the science now. If we were going to have our vibrations adjusted, how might that be done?
Do the sphincter.
Think of the science. You know, it's... Anywho, so those kinds of things have been, I've had experience of. I've questioned the nature of why and how, and what is to come. Much of that, hopefully all of that, are in the books that I've written, and in the next one that is to come that chronicles this decade from being announced as Ashtar and Athena's son at the Gathering of Souls in 2000 up until now and the contact experiences that I've had. So as you can tell, I could talk for hours on this thing. So to summarize, hi, I'm Zendor, and yes, you have been expecting me. I'll be your guide as we peer into the depths of what keeps us afraid, angry, ignorant, and immobile. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, man. Hello, Cynthia.
Oh, and I have to beat that?
I know I didn't follow that.